Good afternoon, everybody. Doug Marola, the freelance teacher, TFT. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I want to do a short video and get back into some kind of posting. Actually, I had a student in June. I made an off-the-cuff comment that I had a YouTube channel, and he found it. He's like, you should do more of these. And it was a well-meaning, innocent young man. He wasn't, trying to be funny, like do more of them means delete the channel. He was actually sincere, which was nice. And I have another student I'm thinking of who writes a fair deal, needs to write more. And if that young person needs to write and produce more, then I certainly do too. I don't like to be a hypocrite, as my legions of fans and thousands of former students know. So I talked years ago about investing, and I've done investing over the past few years. I've also talked about finding a circle of friends that are like-minded. I think that's become even more important. And also, like a lot of teachers, I talk about thinking outside of the box, because I mentioned and those are the three things I want to talk about very quickly today, is I was speaking with an instructor at work for summer school, and I had mentioned that we as institutions, particularly the schooling institution, the school business, is still manifestly focused on and maniacally focused on seeing to it that students think a certain way. They're very keyed on and serious about telling students what to think and never really telling them how to think. And that's one of the things that is vital. If you're a student yourself or a parent, you need to make sure that your child understands how to think. And often what that means is, and I'm going to end this quickly because I want to start with really short videos first, is that you, the elder, the mentor, the parent, needs to look at the quote unquote other side. So what are the conspiracy theorists saying? What are the Republican conservatives saying? What's that goofy friend of yours on Facebook that keeps posting about the Federal Reserve saying? And if you can do that, either as a parent or mentor, which would be great, or as a student, which would be better, but you might need guidance, because understanding the Federal Reserve is not an easy task, especially if you don't know what it is or what its origins are. Getting through those topics and understanding them, you're on the road to understanding how to think. Because if you can understand how the other person thinks, not necessarily your enemy, but somebody else who has radically different beliefs, they think they're right. You know how you think you're right? That if only we had Democrats in charge and maybe the women were in charge, everything would be great. You might have a point. It's possible. But it's also possible that the person who thinks complete opposite, it's possible that they have a point. And even if they don't, and this is the kind of thing I'm trying to explain, how did they get there? Why do they think what they think? And that's the journey. And it maybe only takes one thing. And the last minute of this, I'll tell you what it was for me. And I was an adult when I figured out how to think. And the baseline of all of it is look at what the other people think, try to figure out why they think they do. But I've mentioned this before, and it was a YouTube comment. Of all things, one of the main ingredients, one of the main sparks was a YouTube comment on September 11th. And it was we have Remembrance Day and stuff like that. And I was looking at a comment. This is probably 2007 or so, maybe 2006, when YouTube was still an open and free place. And somebody said, oh, Bill Cooper predicted this, and he was right. And it was months before it happened. What? I didn't know who Bill Cooper was. I didn't know what he had predicted. I don't know what this person was talking about, because I was the person who, on September 11th, 2001, I was 28, so I wasn't 28, 29 years old, so I wasn't necessarily really going to do it. But in my head, it was, I need to join the military. So, my brother was a Marine, and it's time to, we can't be having this. Not here in the States, in my city, New York. I grew up and still live in New York City. So I was that guy. And I saw that comment, and I'm like, I've never heard anything so preposterous in my entire life. And then I looked it up. And that was the beginning of a journey that continues today. And sometimes that's all it takes. So the 20% of you who are hearing this, who actually act on it, you will have done a wonderful thing to yourself and to your progeny. For those of you who are, conspiracy theories and, oh my God, I can't believe that we're talking about this, and I don't really know what to say. Unfortunately, I'm talking now to the 20%. That 80% that can't get out of its own way, that simply is herded into the pen with the rest of the cattle. That's just how it is. Once you get over that, emotionally, things get a lot easier. So those two things, understanding the world we're in, 80% of the people, right? I stand with Ukraine, 6 feet apart, social distancing, Islamophobia, right? All this kind of stuff. And then there's the 20% that when you see, like my equivalent of the Bill Cooper comment, you're like, hey, hold on. I need to know more. And that leap is key. And that, in my opinion, is a big part of the answer.